Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. If you're online, please do say I. My name is Toyin Umesiri, and today is the last day of my 5-day live chat, if I can call it that. We started this week with Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday. This is something I've never done before. So I want to hear, how did it go? What are your thoughts? Did you follow through the week? And if you missed any of the sessions, you can actually access them directly on our YouTube channel. Many people don't know we have hundreds of video content on our YouTube. So do check it out, subscribe, and also click on the bell, I think. That way, any new video we send out there, you'll be the first to hear about it. So today's Friday. This week has been rough. Watching what's going on in Nigeria, particularly on the continent. It's been really, really rough. And today has been rough too for me. Because honestly, the only way you can navigate things like when things like this happen in the world, I don't know how else people navigate it if they don't have faith and if they don't have a belief system that tells them, no matter how dark it gets, there's something better, something greater that will come out of the worst scenarios. When you think about Rwanda and all of those things, it's rough. So if you're joining us from Nigeria, my heart and prayers goes out to you. um it's just unbelievable, really. 2020, it's just unbelievable. So I'm going to not take too long today. I've been trying to keep it really short. So today it's around growth sectors. We've covered digital disruption, policy engagement. We've talked about trading Africa with Africa and the various stakeholders and how to engage with the stakeholders. So I hope all the content that I'm here sharing, I hope it's helpful. Do spread the word and help forward it to those that you think might also be interested in the knowledge. But for those who want to go deeper dive, right? I think I already shared about our trade and facilitation masterclass, which is a 3-hour session. We also have about 6 hours of content that you would access if you sign up in our group. Yes, it's growing. It's growing because there are things we do offline, and then there are things we do in the group as well. And then this week, people have been asking me about coaching. Yes, I do offer coaching, but I try to also understand where you're at on your journey and what type of support you need. So I prefer kind of assessing one on one first before I prescribe. In fact, the last thing I do is prescribe. I want to understand where you're at, what are you trying to accomplish, what you're going after, who you want to be, and then I decide, okay, how can we support you on that journey? And that's why what we do is quite unique in the sense of we're tailoring it based on demand. Right? I'm not coming and say, hey, I just want to do this for doing sake. No, it's based on the demand. It's based on limited support when it comes to trade with Africa. And then this week, just yesterday, I actually announced the launch of our it's actually a relaunch. For so many people it's a first time launch, but for me it's a relaunch of our African exporter database listing. So just to share a little bit about that, basically 4 years ago is actually when this was first launched. And when I put it out there, I realized that there's still need for education, for sensitization, for strategic engagement in before you bring a tool for people to use, because the people that will use the tool, you need to make sure that they've been educated and trained in terms of what the opportunities and the potential are. So basically, this tool was launched 4 years ago, but I took it down. And then we embarked on a journey of sensitizing, educating, and bringing stakeholders together, which is what we've done successfully with our various events and Trade with Africa Business Summit and our Trade with Africa Network and our, engagement with various stakeholders from all over the world. And now I'm super excited to relaunch this. And this is a game changer. When you think about the various questions people ask us, this is where, if you have a solution, if you have, a product, this is where you want to put it. And what you then get is based on the exposure we've built globally. you immediately start getting exposure to your business, to your products, to your services, to whatever commodity you're trying to get out there. And for us, we're using this to close trade barriers and trade information gaps. So yeah, I've been busy, every day, just, is the little engine that could, one day at a time. You just stay at it, right? Don't give up. Just want and take rest when you need to rest. Like, so if you're one of those in the trenches, building, doing something creative, trying to make a difference in our world, don't give up. Take a rest, then pick it back up again. So that's what we've been doing every single day. So today's topic, like I was saying, is growth sectors. Oftentimes people say, hey, trade with Africa. Which areas? What are the opportunities? Well, I won't go too deep, but at a very, very high level, we've created a framework and we've talked about policy management and fiscal responsibility. And we talk about agriculture being a huge, huge, huge opportunity on the continent, with gaps in bringing products from farm to market. So market access for items in the field. You have stories of agro processing requirements with mangoes going bad, and products not being stored properly. So everything that has to do with agro processing, there are opportunities there. And really, pretty much, if you're able to invest in that space, you don't even have to focus on exporting it, because the demand already exists for your products on the continent, right? And especially with the AFCFTA, right, the demand is going to only grow for products that are processed and produced on the continent. So another growth sector is manufacturing. Manufacturing is shifting gradually and steadily from China, because China is now super saturated. Labor costs have gone up in China. So there's a lot of investments, particularly in East Africa. I also know Ghana is investing heavily in that space. They are opening up their market to say, hey, is it one precinct, one factory? They're trying to increase production in the country. So they're also supporting. So if you're a Ghanaian, your country is actually, I believe the government's actually going to be matching and providing guaranteed capital to support you if you're trying to do that. So that's also something, that's a space that is growing really well. Education as well. So executive education, policy leader education, not just even post-secondary, right? Just even professional development. Let me put it that way. Whether it's project management, whether computer skills, when you think about what Andela is doing, in terms of the Africa of the future is going to need a level of upskill. And those who support, right, who support that upskilling, it's actually a commercial engagement, not just in the government, but private sector that are ready to deliver on skills and capabilities that can help people win, right, in the global market. And that's something we have found as well. So with our export development classes, with our business development, sales development classes, those are the things that we are providing as well, to say, hey, if you want to compete, if you want to get into the global market or regional market, you cannot use the skills or the same thing you do in the local market and then show up to global market. You have to upskill in terms of your negotiation skills, your communication skills, all of those things. So we also support when it comes to trade with Africa from an human capital development standpoint. And then you think about export import. Africa is going to need to import, the technical skills that it needs for what it's trying to do, be it even temporarily. It's going to need to increase import of equipment. And as it also industrializes, it's going to need all of those things to come from outside of Africa. So those are things now that they're looking for. So if you play in that space, this is the time to kind of show your face. A lot of times people are like, waiting, waiting. Well, only those who show their face now would be positioned for those opportunities. So this is the time to say, hey, this is what I have. How can I position my product? How can I market my product to the right people? And start that conversation now. And most of the high ticket trade transactions, they pretty much take months to complete, right, with all of the back and forth, and as quality assessment, technical reviews and documentation that goes into structuring a deal. It takes months. So if you're waiting, it's still going to take months to a year as well. So this is the time to start that conversation through our platform. So now we have various platforms we've created to support various stakeholders. So check out African Exporter Listing. Also check out um, the Trade with Africa Network. So the difference between those two would be this is a strategic engagement where you engage strategically with stakeholders you want to work with. And this business listing is more tactical when you're ready to showcase a product, right? And then do check out our website and email us if you have more questions. So I'm going to keep it short for today. It's Friday. I'm super ready to get into the weekend, even though Saturday I have a couple of things I still have going on. If you follow my women ministry, the 360 woman, tomorrow in the morning I'll be holding a workshop in terms of how to live with clarity, purpose, and direction. So that's something coming up tomorrow. So that's it. I'm keeping it really short today. I hope you have a great weekend. And for those in Nigeria, my heart really goes to you. It's been really rough for me as well. But, you know, we have hope that keeps us going. We have faith that keeps us going. And we need to unite and get to support one another. For somebody like myself, for those in Nigeria, I'm Yoruba, my husband is Igbo, and I was born in Kaduna. So I see all those three dynamics. So I understand, what's going on there. Anyway, it's been an honor to have done this 5 day. I'm so proud of myself. I give myself a pat on the back, like, oh, you did it. 5 days of going live. I had to change things on my calendar just to make sure I can do this. So I'm proud that it's done, and we're going to go back to our regular schedule. But I want to hear from you. Do drop a note, send us an email. I would love to hear from you, what ideas you have, what you would like to see. And hopefully, don't forget to register for the upcoming trade and investment facilitation masterclass, where you're also going to connect with other people from around the world. Okay, it's been an honor. It's been a pleasure. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe and do something nice for someone this weekend. Take care now. Bye.
Fire, 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 fire.